folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. I've got a new artist to the channel today, and it's courtesy of a gift request of David Piccolo. So David, thank you for this gift and request. It's the Castellows song Broke. I do not know the Castellows, not even heard of them until David made the request. And this is what David said in his gift. David had requested this before, but here's how it went. Hi, Don. I'm going to try again. Please do the Castellows doing the song Broke. They are three sisters from Georgia with gorgeous songwriting and vocal skills. I'd sent a request last week, but forgot to name the group and song in the message, and instead sent the link, which didn't show. You did Emmylou Harris as my backup instead, which was appreciated. And so that's what David had sent. And that's right. He gave me a backup to his original choice, and the backup choice was Emmylou Harris's. Let's see what we've got here. They're from Georgia. I don't know how, if they see this, I don't know how they're going to feel about my Kentucky hat, but my girlfriend is from Kentucky. I'm up here in Jersey. And my girlfriend, Sean, she's been up here for about 15 years, but you would never mistake her for a Jersey girl. Within 2 words of her speaking, you'd know she's from Kentucky. But anyhow, let's find out. The Castellows Broke. Broke. Definitely a mood thing so far. Seems like a broken heart.
I could see the pride in your eyes when you got the news that day. 60 hours a week, tires on a Jeep, and you'd have off every 12 days. I never thought that mistress in the mountain might take you away from me.
Oh, shit. I didn't see that
But
coming.
sometimes you gotta dance with the devil to put shoes on baby's feet.
Wow.
So I'll pack your lunch and send you off into the dark. I pray that mine won't steal you from me like you stole my heart. And I will wait for you till you're gray and old. And if the mountain calls you home, with you I will go. I'll wait for you till those hills run out of coal and the county company folds and we all go broke.
Didn't take long for them to go deep and paint a picture. David, you were right about this, about them. I did not see it coming. I thought this was just going to stay on the hardships of not having money, but this is heartbroken, financially broken. I love the tempo. I love it when artists have the nerve to put very little in a song. I don't mean lyrically, I don't mean value-wise, if you will, or intensity, but I just mean not throwing any instrument in there just to put an instrument in there, but to refrain. But the other thing that's going on here is this tempo is slow, and any artist knows, depending on their catalog and where they're at in their career and stuff, that when you're performing live, which is how you build your audience frequently, when you go slow, you can lose people quickly. And it takes nerve to do a song like this in that regard, but you're going to have some ballads, you're going to have some songs, but the tempo on this thing is what stood out initially. And then the way the bass, the cello was sort of brought in with the string coming across it. I think that's the sound that I'd heard. I think that came in about 30 seconds into the song. And I'm like, and it was this deep tones too. And you're like, portends more ominousness.
I spent my honeymoon in the living room, and you spent yours down in the mines.
Kentucky coal mines?
But at age 19, yeah, that was fine with me. But it gets harder over time.
I wonder if this is autobiographical.
When you're home, go straight to bed, 'cause you're too tired to speak. Darling, I don't mind the lonely or the ashes in the sheets. And I will wait for you till you're gray and old. And if that mountain calls you home, with you I will go. I'll wait for you till those hills run out of coal, and the county company folds, and we all go broke.
I think it was a metaphorical mistress, the mountain. He doesn't have an actual woman. He's working so hard in the mines. She's hoping he just doesn't die in the mine.
And I will wait for you, and when we get old and gray, I'll thank the good Lord every day that we got there. And I will wait for you, even if that mountain wins. I won't let this be the end. I won't give up hope. Love don't go broke.
There it is. Wow. You called it, David. I mean, about their songwriting. And early on in the song, I had this feeling it was almost like a cross between Casey Musgraves and Kelsey Ballerini in the talking, singing style, but almost some tonal qualities in there as well. But they're clearly their own artists. There's no question about that. Toward the end of the song, too, I just started thinking, like, I'm a Jersey guy. I've lived here my whole life except for 2 years in Florida when I took care of my mom in her own home, because I didn't want her passing away in a nursing home. So I took care of her until she passed. And I'm a Jersey guy. I couldn't write a song like this. I don't have a connection to that kind of lifestyle to write that kind of song. I love that they threw the word mistress in there. It threw me off. I thought he was acting untoward, let's just say, and that he was cheating on her, but that isn't what it was about. The mountain, the work, the 60 hours a week, the Jeep, no tires, not no tires, but they just don't have the money. And when the first time I heard the lyric in the song about if the mountain takes you away, I'm thinking that was a reference to if he leaves her for this other woman. That wasn't what it meant. It's if you die in the mine, because people do die in the mines. I'm pretty sure that's what that meant. And I know a bit, not only from listening to a fair amount of country songs, but to looking it up, but I also know about it from my girlfriend, Sean, because being from Kentucky and having grown up in Kentucky, she shared quite a bit about it with me, about that lifestyle and what goes on, and doing Loretta's, she's from Harlan County, and Coal Miner's Daughter songs and all this stuff. You learn a lot. I read a lot. And how the mines will cave in and all this sort of stuff. But that said, they clearly have a connection to it. I'm not quite sure how. I don't know if this is autobiographical or they just happen to be brilliant observers of life and are able to put it in the first person, or at least put it in a song to make it feel like a first person account. Yeah, I mean, their harmonies could be lullaby-ish, but there's a different quality to it. I mean, it's not different. I mean, they could sing a lullaby and put anybody at ease. But this is one of those songs. And then in the end, Love Don't Go Broke. And that is really nice turn of a phrase there. Now, it's not even a turn of a phrase. It was just borrowing and taking off on the entire content of what preceded it. The connection between money being broke, love doesn't go broke. And you know that she was steadfast in the song because she said, when we're gray and old. So in her mind, we can live this. I don't mind the ashes in the bed. I don't mind you falling asleep without saying a word because you're so exhausted and just working that hard. And she just loves him for what he's doing, but it's a hard life. But it's her life. She acknowledges it, recognizes it, and loves him no matter what. Sees a future together when they're gray and old. And that's a good woman. That's a good human being. Some men are like that too. You know, it's not gender specific. It's got good people, bad people on both sides of the gender aisle, if you will. So I'm gonna rate. I love new experiences like this that don't disappoint too. I really do. I mean, there was nothing pop like about this. This was a combination of folk, country. The tempo of it was just so mesmerizing, but a slow tempo itself doesn't do it. The instrumentation was well chosen. I don't know who produced this, but the producer did a bang up job on this thing. Seriously, by weaving certain instruments in, bringing in others seamlessly, but nothing overtook the storyline. It was all designed to support the vocalist, and the vocalist was there to tell this story. So I'm going to rate this. Man, I love being pleasantly surprised. I just do. And it just shows there's so many good artists out there and that there's a lot of hope for the future of traditional country because this is storytelling and it's beautiful instrumentation and it's highly creative and intellectual. The number that popped into my head on this was a 9.5. It was masterfully done, and it was just, I don't even want to say the poster child for restraint because there was a lot in it, but it was just one of those songs that breathed. And hopefully she gets her guy and he gets new tires for his Jeep and they both grow old with gray hair together or however they do it. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. David, thank you again for the introduction to the Castellows. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking it.